I want to see Jimmy.
You can't.
Why?
Because he's being interviewed. You can sit there and wait.
Hanging around with them deadbeats.
Well, go home and wait then.
Oi, copper. What's going on?
Miss Dingle, perhaps if you took a seat.
Don't Miss Dingle me. Why have you pulled Carl in?
You wouldn't get any sense out of him.
What are you doing here, Annie Rod?
Oh, they pulled Jimmy as well. Oh. Back on with you and Carl then?
No.
So why you bothered coming?
It's called friendship. Yeah, you see, I can be friends with a bloke without dropping me trolleys.
I don't see the point.
So, girls, what's happening?
It's a miscarriage of justice.
You'd be happy to give me an interview then? Maybe post for another spread?
No, she won't.
How many times? I've told you.
Well, if you could run through it again.
I think my client is entitled to know why he's been brought here.
Well, the obvious reason is that we still haven't found the person that's responsible for the murder.
And don't you think I want to find that out?
If that's the case...
What do you mean, if?
You'd be entitled to complain if our investigation was anything but thorough.
You aren't being thorough. You're clutching at straws.
Well, that's all very well. But something you still haven't given us by your own admission is a verifiable alibi.
You're happy to start without your solicitor?
He's in court. We could be waiting till all hours. Let's get it over with.
Do you get on with your brother?
Why? What's he said?
You know which one I'm referring to.
You took Matt off to interview him. What's he said?
How are things between you?
You show me any family, and I'll show you people who have the fallouts. It's in the nature of things. That's why most murders happen in families. It's a known fact.
So did you do it then? Did you kill your father?
No. I loved him.
And he loved Rosemary.
And didn't he just pay the price for that? Why have you brought me in here?
Forensic evidence.
You got evidence that ties me to the murder?
Yes. We found fibres from the jacket you were wearing on the murder weapon.
This will be something to do with Rosemary. She's tried to stitch me up.
Suppose one of them did do it, though.
Don't go seeing that in here.
We don't know, do we?
I know it wasn't Carl.
How can you?
I just do. Probably the same way you know Jimmy didn't do it.
Miss Windsor, would you mind coming through?
Me and Jimmy spent most of the time together in the garden.
Most of the time?
We went in for food and drink and that.
You were with him? For every single minute?
Yeah. His family don't like me and he's been getting a hard time.
Really?
So we stuck together. There's nothing unusual about that.
It sounds like there was a lot of ill will between you all.
Well, maybe there was. But at least we still went. To be there for his dad.
I suppose you'd had a fair amount to drink.
Well, it was a wedding. And Christmas. But I wasn't legless.
Good. Because if it's found out at a later date in court that your testimony is unreliable...
Can I go now?
Can we just go through your evidence again? So we can both be certain. They're a right hard-nosed bunch. The girlfriends are even worse.
That could be to our advantage.
Well, I can't see it. It feels like they'll stonewall for as long as it takes.
There's no love lost between any of them.
Well, they're still family, and in my experience, that means they'll close ranks.
It strikes me with the Kings that they've all spent their lives trying to be Daddy's favourite at the expense of the others.
Psychology's all very well.
Well, we've got the forensics, haven't we?
Yeah, which would be okay if they all hadn't had their suits made from the same material by the same tailor. They know we can't pin it on just one of them.
And we know that none of them is going to go down for the others. And Jimmy's the only one who's got an alibi.
Of sorts.
We'll let him go for now.
You what?
Well, at the very least, it'll rattle the cages of the other two.
What about Carl? He was jumping up and down.
Good. Well, hang on to him then.
What makes you so sure that the threads aren't from his suit?
He's got an alibi.
That dog Kelly.
And he was most cooperative.
What's he been saying?
Nothing that would surprise you, I don't think.
Go on.
I'm sure you already know that he bears you a lot of resentment.
He said that.
I hope I'm not speaking out of turn.
He's just got a cob on because I cop for more in the will than him, that's all.
He is the eldest.
He's useless. My old man knew that. If he'd have left it all to him, it'd all gone down the pan in 12 months. And he wrote. It's me dad he should be angry at.
He was obviously very close to his father. I think the implication of what Jimmy was saying is that he had nothing to gain from his father's death. Whereas you...
The lousy sod said that.
You're free to go, Mr. King.
What are you playing at?
Well, you're not under arrest. You're free to go. I'm saving you a solicitor's fee. Interview terminated at 17:15. Obviously, we may need to speak to you again. If you could just sign for the tape.
Why did you let him walk?
Because all we have, literally, are a few shreds of evidence that one of them is linked to the murder. Not nearly enough to convict. But if I was one of those three, and I thought that my brother had killed my father, I'd make damn sure that I found out. And I'd make even more sure that I wasn't the one taking the blame.
Well, not if they were in it together.
Maybe. Let's go and see how Master Carl fits in. I've spent some considerable amount of time interviewing your brothers now.
Bet that was fun for you.
And I didn't get any sense that they were grieving.
It's 2 months. And you've got to get on with your life. If some people would let us.
Some people would never get over something like that. There seems to be more anger than sadness.
I don't really see where this is leading us.
Well, I've outlined the forensic evidence.
But you've let them walk. And I'll tell you something, I've cried more tears than a lot of them. I want my dad back. And I would do anything to... But you're right. I'm not sad. I'm bitter. Because for the last few weeks of his life, we couldn't see each other without rowing.
You don't have to say anything, Carl.
And it got so bad that I thought I hated him. And now I hate myself. That's what I've got to live with. So you can lock me up and throw away the key because I am past caring.
You're free to go, Mr. King. Interview terminated at 18:45.
Let you out then, have they?
What's it look like?
Yeah, well, it's a pity.
Oi, that's enough.
Why weren't Marvin when they lifted me, were he?
Carl helped get us out.
Only to get back in your good books, love, and more.
Shut up.
That's if it wasn't you, which of the brothers Grimm were it? Oh, hang on. Don't tell me. Matthew.
Cheers for sticking to your story.
Wish I hadn't lied in the first place, so I could be up for being an accomplice.
Accomplice to what?
Well, what do you think? An accomplice to you?
I haven't done anything. Where are you off?
I need some space. I'm gonna go home.
You can't leave me.
It wasn't meant to be like this, Jim.
Not very nice when the plodder on your case, is it?
You know?
Yeah, I would, actually. And I know it gets to you. So you take it out on anyone close.
I'm sorry. I just feel like I'm on my own.
God, Jimmy and Matt.
They're just watching their own backs.
If this so-called evidence held any water that had banged you up, you're in the clear.
I'm in the clear because I haven't done anything.
Yeah, of course you are. There's no problem then, is there?
Will you come back to home farm with me?
Oh, I'd love to. But I can't. I mean, it'd be for all the wrong reasons.
Well, what's the right reason? I've already told you that I feel alone. All the time. Whether it's in here in a pub full of people, Or in the middle of the night. I can't sleep. And when I do, all I can see is my dad's face. And then I wake up shivering, dripping with sweat. I'm frightened I'm losing it. I don't want to go back there.
You can stay here. Diane won't mind if you keep on the sofa.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry, but it's the best I can offer.